Oh, wait, what's this? It's my new channel. You heard that, buckos. Do you want more clips like this? Heh. Big tank go boom. Or this? I love America. The American dream. Wait. All of these will be found on my second channel, link below, and enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you for your time. The year is 1945. The Fuhrer sitting in his office alone, wondering how he could have changed the tide of this war. World War II could have gone in lots of other ways, with communism taking over Europe like it did, almost did at least, being split between the communists and the Allies, which is what happened in our timeline, the Allies winning or the Fuhrer winning this war. The scenario that will be being played out today is, what if Germany won World War II instead of the Allies? Let's have a good look at this, shall we? Now the question is, how did this happen? How did Germany change the side of the war to make it so Germany would win instead of the Allies? And we will be seeing that today, as there was already a time in place where this could have happened, but Germany messed up during this time. Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union, we all knew, was catastrophic, as Germany was not as strong as the USSR, but there was a way they could have won, and that is what I'm going to show you now with my mapping system that we all know and love. Of course, in our timeline, whenever Germany invaded the USSR, Germany was just that. Of course, Germany had Poland, they had this top of Germany, a bunch of other countries, blah blah blah. They controlled France, but we're not gonna talk about. We're gonna save Germany. So Germany, after invading Poland, after invading everyone that they did, and they would declare war. They would declare war on their friend, the USSR, which of course we all knew would be Germany's downfall. Of course, this is all gonna be the same as our timeline, where Germany would push in and blah blah blah. But one thing would change. So first of all, that's German. So German troops would, of course, instantly push in, like in our own timeline, taking Crimea, pushing up, blah blah blah, seizing Kaliningrad, while Finland continues to do the war up here. And oh, that's not supposed to happen. One sec. How to use mapping system in a while. Of course, seizing of Lenin, making it so they're on a siege. German troops pushing in, blah blah blah. We've all seen this before. And as Germany continues taking Moscow, Hitler would send a force of troops over here to try to cut off this large area of Russia, because right here, all this Russian oil and factories, which would have helped Germany, and so Hitler would send 2 large armies to try to push in and take the entire area. But Hitler got greedy. As I mean greedy, I mean he would split the army into 2, send one army to continue to try to finish the push, and send one army to go get those good natural resources. Of course, after that happened, and the army continued to push, Russians would come in with a sweeping maneuver, cut the army off, take them out, and start to push Germany back, which would push them towards, of course, taking Moscow, blah blah blah. World War II scenario of our timeline, Soviet Union starts to win, blah blah blah. But what if Hitler never split his army? What if he kept that army together and finished the cutoff, making this area fall to the Germans, giving Germany the oil and the weaponry that they would need to wipe out the rest of the USSR. And of course, they would do that, continuing to push, making a nice agreement with a far up country, of course, Finland, and promising to give Finland all of this Soviet territory in return of Finland not taking any more of it. Of course, Finland would accept gratefully, meaning Germany would become an ally of Finland, and Finland would not get invaded. Of course, fall of the USSR, blah blah blah, everything would happen, and the USSR would fall, leaving Great Britain alone. Oh, one sec. Having, of course, USSR fall, and having Great Britain be alone against Germany, which would make the Great Britain fall, and etc., which would show how Germany would have won this war. But of course, one thing would still be in Germany's way. A certain country that I was born in, and that most of you are probably born in. And wait, what's that sound? America was a very strong economic power at the time, and is still today, but America was restless and would not surrender to the Nazi forces. With the Americas being alone in this war, they would have to find out new naval technologies to get to Europe. Germany, already having naval technologies, would try to attack the United States many times, sending multiple convoys, but being stopped by the Great American Barrier, a thing in this timeline which is the United States military might, well, naval might, over the Atlantic Ocean. The war would shift from a land war to a bigger naval war, with zero deaths on the land over the years, but with the naval casualties being in the thousands of almost millions of dead men. With the surrendering of Japan, the United States would send all of its military might towards Germany, as it is the smartest and easiest way to get done with this war. With the United States and Germany continuing to bicker and bicker between each other, as naval conflicts would continue to ensue, the United States had a plan. The United States sent a civilian cruiser past and through the Atlantic, passing through the area by Morocco and Spain to make a landing in Sicily. There was now some blue in the European continent.